Good evening. Good evening. Hi, beloved mighty companions. Let's just go ahead and start this circle of light by starting with the focusing on the light within. Nice. I feel like it's really important for us to just admit that we have a desire to be not at peace. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's ask Jesus. Jesus, do we have a desire to be not at peace? I got a yes. So we're just going to go ahead and put our trust in him to help us and do this. We'll just say, Jesus, show us what miracles we are to perform. What would you have us do today? And the first thing I'm hearing is to just start with the desire, which is desire for the experience of feeling disappointed. So Jesus, do we have a desire to feel disappointed?
I hear yes.
Yeah.
I'm hearing yes, and there's more underneath this. We can
What
go
are you
deeper
hearing?
on it.
Yeah, I heard out picturing.
Out picturing. Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Just wanting the experience to be anything specific. Yeah. Yeah, let's look at that. The desire for the experience of out picturing. So show us the relishing, Jesus. Help us get in touch with the real culprit here, the real desire. What's running the show here?
What I'm hearing is that the ego has an agenda, an expectation that this is supposed to look like this, and when it doesn't, which is out picturing is big tool for setting us up for what it should look like.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go that way, then I'm set up for the experience of disappointment.
Well familiar with that one.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah.
One of Mary's favorite pastimes, out picturing. So let's really look at the relishing of this. So you can get down to where it really, we get it so deeply that it's in our bones. We don't have to ever bring this back again. Oh boy.
Down to a brass tacks, as they say. Yeah, I can feel I really want it. Like I really want to create a reason that my expectations fall flat. And it feels intractable. Like there's nothing, like nothing short of a miracle could change this.
And I'm
It
not sure I want
feels,
a miracle.
yeah, because I don't know what that would even be. Maybe it's something that I really wouldn't like. Jesus is asking me to ask you, do you mean when you say out picturing, is that the same as mind wandering?
Kind of, except out picturing usually is focused on a particular way that my imagination creates that something's going to turn out to look like.
Oh,
Mind
okay.
wandering could be, oh, the trip last summer, or oh, I saw so and so on the street today, and blah blah blah. But out
I
picturing
seem
is
to
like,
have more of an addiction to the out picturing. I can notice that.
and I really relish it. Seems very natural.
Yeah, creating reasons for attack. It seems natural. You're right. When I look, it's like I need to see this in a different way, but I don't want to.
Okay, let's focus in on the relishing and ask Jesus what he wants us to see, because he's going to be teaching each one of us what it is we need to hear about this particular desire.
I hate this. I absolutely hate this. I really hate it.
Is that what Jesus is telling you?
No. I don't want to hear what he has to say about this because I really don't like it. It just feels impossible. I really need his help. I'm noticing that.
Okay, so let's ask him. One of the guidelines is just speaking only what we're hearing from him and not our own interpretations. So we want to just really look deeply and ask, what is he saying? And then ask, sometimes I'll ask him 3 times, is this what you want me to say? Is this what you want me to say? Is this what I'm hearing? And then we'll only speak that, because otherwise we get into a lot of conversation and discussion about our interpretation of it.
Hmm.
What I'm hearing from the inner voice is that I want out picturing more than I want the truth. I think out picturing is very entertaining and useful.
I'm not finding it so useful anymore, to be honest.
Jesus, are we able to go deeper on our relishing of this desire to outpicture and then be disappointed? Oh, shit. Okay, get some ice. Ice.
I just noticed that I'm on mute.
It's okay. Okay. It's okay, baby. Okay.
Mary,
What?
your mic's on.
Okay, well, I'm holding a dog that's going to the
Okay, I just wanted to let you know.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Have a seat.
Our doggy,
Oh, yeah.
Silencio, he has seizures.
Okay, I'll, you guys go ahead and I'll
Yeah,
just.
okay.
Yeah, it just feels pretty intractable. Like I need Jesus, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, it was good for, like, Mary reminded to look at the that desire or sit with the outpicturing.
Yeah.
And it seems like one happens and then the other happens, like there's the outpicturing and then there's the disappointment. But what I was just was hearing was like it's together, you know.
Oh, yeah. They're like the simultaneous.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's like the ego wants to separate them. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so much the interpretive, just the interpretation and that focus, like how much I want my interpretation.
Yeah. So it's the interpretation that like it's the ego's interpretation instead of God's interpretation. So I'm favoring the ego's interpretation. Yeah. Should we do a light check?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. The light is here. Does the light need outpicturing?
Mhm.
Put it another way, does the light need to effort does the light need to effort to keep out picturing away? Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like what I hear is like judging the out picturing, you know, that's the disappointment.
Right.
It's like
It's like
I out
there's like a,
pictured, or you know,
yeah.
and then kind of like wanting to
There's like a efforting. Wherever there's efforting, there's always some kind of an attack on God. Just noticing that.
I also hear it's like wanting something to be different.
Yeah. Is there holding or releasing?
Yeah, he's showing me out picturing as an attack on God.
Yeah, that's actually what I was literally just saying right before you came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I said efforting of any sort is an attack on God, and out picturing is a form of effort. So yeah.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is that out picturing is thinking I know better than God about what's going to happen or what should happen or could happen.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm feeling some release in hearing that.
I'm hearing to focus some more on the relishing, really, really go deep with that. How much we want it. He's saying, or what I'm hearing is that the Mary person doesn't want to say no to the ego without picturing. I'm tolerating it. I'm putting up with this kind of lack of mind control. I'm just allowing it.
So denying divine function, meaning like the power is there, but you don't want to say no to the ego. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually, you hit on something there, which for me is big, and that is that I don't want to acknowledge that I have the power to say no to the ego about out picturing.
Oh yeah.
I want it to be, it seems like it's intractable and I don't have power over it. It has power over me.
Yeah. Yep.
I love it.
There's some kind of pleasure derived from it.
What's that?
Some kind of pleasure derived from it.
Yeah, definitely.
I take pleasure in letting the ego toss me around.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny, actually. But yeah, it's painful and I take pleasure in that pain. Mm-hmm.
I don't see the pain in it. At least the ego doesn't. The Mary character doesn't see the pain in it.
Oh yeah.
The pleasure, yes. And then the disappointment is the pain,
The pleasure.
supposedly.
I wonder what's pleasurable about it. What's pleasurable about it? Jesus, what is power?
Mm-hmm.
I get to feel like I'm in the director's chair of the
Mm-hmm.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hearing it feels like I'm in control or autonomous.
It's like I want to be in the director's chair, but I don't want to be the projector and the light coming out of it. I want to stop where the screen, like there's the screen and then there's the movie playing, and I want to like stay in the movie. I don't want to go anywhere near the screen. That's what's going on.
Yeah, it's just like catching that play.
I can hear the ego, like it says things like, "This is impossible."
Yeah, catching the play. What I'm hearing is catching the play and being willing to bring the cow back into the barn, like that story from Ramana Maharshi.
Yeah, what I'm hearing from Jesus now is that we can at least notice, like, okay, Jesus is telling me the ego is saying this. Okay, Jesus is telling me the ego is saying this. Like that creates some space there. Whew. Yeah, because you can't put Jesus and the ego together. So the moment you bring Jesus into it, it's like, what? Like it starts to dissolve. And I don't want to bring Jesus into it. That's what it is. Yeah, he just told me like what when Jesus is truly there, it can't be the ego. So not a single word of the course is written from the ego. It's just not possible. Like you can't have spirit and the ego in the same room.
So let's go back to relishing the desire for outpicturing.
Yeah.
And really stay with that. Yeah, look at how much we want that.
I just heard that song. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It goes, I want it all and I want it now. That's the ego's anthem right there.
Is that what you heard from Jesus? Jesus singing that song?
No.
Jesus, are we holding or releasing with this desire?
It's like sitting with that desire, or sitting with the um, like admitting the power of the mind to miscreate the whole the whole all the images.
I think that's
And
getting into, yeah, teaching.
well, how that it's like they're still holding, like wanting to avoid seeing the decision.
I'm just going to admit right now that I do not even really know what outpicturing is.
Let's ask Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus, what is outpicturing?
I heard something that I want to be in place of what is.
Yeah. I'm hearing it's creating a movie in our mind that is an illusion on top of an illusion.
Oh, yeah. Are you hearing anything, Renee?
Yeah. Just bringing me back to the attack. The attack on myself.
My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability.
And just seeing the like what the investment is, what's the value, or what's, how is this heaven for me? About picturing.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Wow. Yeah. How is this heaven for me?
What I'm hearing is that I think it's a valid tool for problem solving.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually heard him say that throughout the day. That's actually a really good mantra. How is this heaven for me? So whatever's coming up, how is this heaven for me? Yeah. It just immediately brings attention to the upside down nature of it. It's like, oh, that's obviously insane.
Am I confused? Jesus, am I confused about out picturing?
Yeah, I want out picturing to be something that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Really badly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear protection. Protection.
Oh, as in like a defense?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I'm hearing arrogance and defiance because I don't want to ask God.
Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. Yeah.
Yeah,
down
I
there
hear,
to the,
oh,
oh, sorry,
also
what?
here, like I can, it's like thinking there's union in this, thinking there's union in out picturing.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to unify everything.
I believe that. I really do. That's why it's funny.
Mhm.
uh, oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was hearing a little voice down there saying something like, I know how this works. Don't you tell me like how to do things. And I don't, it's just obviously trying to block out the voice. Ah.
Feels like we could go deeper.
Right.
There's more.
What'd you say, Renee?
I said it feels like we could go deeper. There's more. Like,
Yeah. Well, Jesus, what is it? What is below our current level of awareness? What's below out picturing?
I'm hearing not wanting to ask God. I'll just do it my way. I'll come up with some image or story.
Yeah. I
it's
hear,
like, oh yeah.
oh, well, I just hear fear of punishment.
I was hearing like the death switch. Like instant death. And just like loving that so much. Not like real love, but
It's like a hate-love relationship with punishment. I'm afraid I'm going to be punished by God, but I'm also like,
yeah.
okay. I think there's something I can do to prevent punishment from coming.
Okay, I think we're getting a little sidetracked here. How does that relate to our desire for?
Well, we were, Renee said we could go deeper, and I was asking Jesus what was below out picturing. And I said, and I heard fear of punishment. it's
We could ask if it falls into the attack category.
yeah, I hear yes.
Yeah, I keep hearing that it's doing it my way. Out picturing is doing it my way.
Oh, yeah. Let's just get in touch with the relishing for that my way.
Yeah, it's just been showing me that demand.
Yeah, there's the effort again. The efforting.
And what I'm hearing, if I do it my way, I'll get what I want. Out picturing will get me what I want.
I heard Jesus. I heard Jesus say, "Well, has it? Has it gotten you what you want?"
Mm. No, that's one thing that's sure is it does not work.
Right.
But we keep doing it, so we must want it.
Yeah.
There's something there. Are we ready for a miracle on this one, Jesus, or is there more to see here?
I'm hearing there's more relishing to do here. Like really seeing how much we want it. It feels like it's not gone deep enough.
Yeah, show us the relishing. Show us the relishing.
You know, he's telling me I've got this all flipped around. I think out picturing is like a form of heaven, and that yeah, it gets me what I want, and I don't want to look at the falsehood of that. I mean, there's a part of, well, there's a voice, of course, the ego voice that doesn't want to look at that.
Yeah, I hear salvation. I put my salvation in it.
Yeah, yeah.
I truly believe that it rescues me from something.
Mm.
Yes.
Mhm.
So if it wasn't there,
There'd be failure and devastation.
right. Yep. Horrible, horrible, horrible is what I hear from the ego, obviously.
Yeah, it's like worshipped. About picturing. I see that I want it more than God.
Yeah, it's showing me that I don't want to admit that I want it more than God. I just want to use it as a tool that, is pleasurable.
All right. Well, I want it more than God, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get off this call. See you later.
Elliot,
Just trying to get that energy up, the honesty of how much we really want this thing. I just can't imagine life without it.
yeah.
But I feel a little crack because when I tried to get off the call declaring that I want it more than God, I couldn't.
Yeah, we're in this together all the way.
Right. Sometimes
We may want to just check in because of the time.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's 7:47.
Okay. I hear a miracle will come for this. We just need to really stay in the willingness of seeing the truth about it.
See how much we want it, how
Yeah.
much we want the relishing of this desire.
Seeing the viciousness of it is what I hear. Just really letting him
That's
show
good.
how vicious this is.
Yeah, how is this heaven to me? And what is it actually really?
Yeah, the hell.
Right?
Yeah, but I don't know that we're all ready to admit that. That's a lot of, yeah.
Oh, I'm not ready. All
It
I
sounds
heard,
good, but it doesn't sound very deep. Do we really get that it's vicious? Do we really get that?
Yeah, I hear just to see all the pleasure in the viciousness.
I'm not ready to admit the viciousness or to fully see it. So I obviously need to look at it more. You're more enlightened than I am, Renee.
And I was just hearing, because of the time, like that maybe.
We could look at again Monday night yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Julie, are you hearing anything you want to share? Are you hearing anything that triggered something for you?
I'm still trying to get a grasp of what's going on. I'm just listening to you guys. I think I'm starting to understand,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm following through with you. And every time Renee yawns, I yawn. So
Yeah, there's been a lot of release. It's been a lot of release for this.
Yeah, it's been useful.
And a lot of looking. We've looked at this one many, many times. So it's really helpful. Thank you.
So you just keep doing this until it shifts?
Yes.
All the way. And you go to where you see where the flip is. You see where you have heaven and hell flipped.
But you can't just talk about it. You got to really see it with Jesus. You got to have guidance with it the whole way. I really have my antenna up about talking the talk, but are we really getting it? Are we hearing Jesus show us this? And it's honesty of God. It's just bringing it back. Okay, Jesus, is this what I'm hearing from you? Is this what you're saying? Because we all know the words and the terms, but it's like, how deep are we going within our own mind with this?
It feels like staying in the willingness. Like when I get off the call, I go, okay, I'm going to stay in the willingness of seeing this as best as I can. I'm not going to push Jesus out.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.